What is up, my peeps? Joshua Smith here. So before we jump into this this amazing content that we've created for you today, whether you're watching this or listening to this, I wanted to just say a couple quick words. So first off, thank you so much for watching or listening, whether you're on iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube. First off, thank you so much. You guys, by watching this channel, by sharing this channel, that's what makes this all possible. So number one, thank you so much for watching. Number two, if you have not done so already, please go to www.gsdmode.com. You can opt into our email list. We send out a lot of epic content. This will ensure that you don't miss any of these episodes or any of the free content that we push out. Also from the website, you can access all the content that we've ever created and that we continue to create, from our entrepreneur interviews, our real estate agent interviews, our health and fitness interviews, to our GSD knowledge rounds where I answer all the questions every single week that you guys send in, to leveling up with me, which is a episode I do every single week on the show. Also on there, you can purchase our GSD Mode apparel that we just got launched. So you go to www.gsdmode.com. You can purchase our t-shirts on there that are up for sale. And then I wanted to talk to you really quickly, if you're a real estate agent, about our 90-day mastery bootcamp. So on there, you can go to the products page. You can see our 90-day mastery bootcamp. There's a 15-minute video that explains it's an in-depth, hardcore 90-day program, 50-plus hours. It's not some pre-recorded videos that you watch. I mean, this is a live event, all done in a group setting through webinars. It's about 40 to 50 hours of content and is by far the most intense, extensive, effective, and most affordable coaching platform that exists in the industry, hands down. We have a very powerful money back guarantee with the program, so make sure you guys go check that out now. Again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure the way that we are able to continuously and always do these for free is by getting views, right? So make sure that you're watching, make sure that you're sharing, share it in your social media world, share this with anybody, this channel with anybody that you think or know may benefit from this. The more that you share it, the more views that we get will ensure that we're able to continuously do this for free, as well as continue to bring you more amazing content. So hope you enjoy the content you're about ready to listen to or watch. Have an epic day, and again, thank you so much for watching or listening. What's up, my peeps? Joshua Smith here with an episode of Leveling Up. So here on the show, you guys, today I want to talk to you guys about being an open-minded skeptic and the importance of that. When you're trying to create an epic life, when you're trying to level up in life, keeping that open mind and questioning everything. So I believe 100% in life and being an open-minded, extremely polite skeptic, right? So what do you mean by that, Josh? What the hell are you talking about? I never accept what people tell me what is, right? Like I never take that for an answer. So I'm going to listen to it. When I say be open-minded and be polite, I'm going to listen to the words coming out of their mouth. I'm not going to take that advice, and actually implement it until I do some due diligence. So if somebody's telling me something, oh, Josh, this, da-da-da-da, okay, cool. I'm not going to be a jerk to them. I'm going to be nodding my head. I'm going to thank them for their advice and thank them for their wisdom, thank them for their knowledge. But then, boom, I'm going to do my due diligence on it. So I question everything. From when we talked about this in the last Leveling Up episode about nutrition and energy. So when I'm eating and consuming food, I'm always asking, okay, what is this? Is it good for me, yes or no? And why or why not? And then when people are like, well, a source may say, oh, no, it's good for you for this reason. Well, I'm not just like, oh, yeah, no, it's good because such and such article says that it's good. I've never even heard of this human being. I don't know what their credentials are. I'm just going to question everything. I'm not talking like become that sky is falling, kind of a cat. I just want to be curious, and I want to question everything. So like as kids, so I've got 3 little kids. Kids have this, like some way we just get programmed with society, whether it's being indoctrinated in our school systems, whatever it may be. At some point in life, we just get so indoctrinated. Well, we quit that. We quit that curiosity. We quit that. Like my daughter or son will ask me a question, right? And they're at that age. My daughter will be 7 here in a week or 2. About 2 weeks, and then my son is 5. So they're kind of at that age, right? We start having some pretty cool, pretty interesting conversations. And they'll ask me something when I say something, like they'll be like, You get, like, they get this look, they're like, huh, and then you can even when I'm done, like, you can see them processing it, and they're questioning, and they're coming up with their own thoughts on it. I mean, kids, they're asking why for everything. Why? And us as parents just jack our kids up. Dude, we screw up our kids so bad, and we're screwed up because of our parents, right? In that fashion. And I mean that because kids are like, why? Why is it that way? They ask a question. Well, here's the answer. Why? And then what do we do as parents? Don't ask why. Like, dude, quit asking why. Like, we teach them to quit being curious. We teach them to quit questioning things. One of the worst things that we can do, dude. So get back to because if you look at like a 3 or 4 year old, that's always asking why. Like they haven't been programmed yet by society or by whatever schools, the environment that we live in. To kind of follow that direction. So they're operating at the natural true selves, right? So if you look at their emotions, when they're happy, they show it. When they're sad, they show it. They speak their mind, whatever it may be. So when they're asking those kind of questions, when they're doing that, like that's how our mind is supposed to be. That's how we're supposed to operate. But then we starts with our parents, and we start going to school, and then we kind of get told, okay, here's how it is, quit questioning things. Now, I'm not saying this like, okay, become some conspiracy theorist by any means. No, dude, that's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is start questioning things, right? Start doing due diligence. Start researching certain things. Start asking yourself why again. Well, why is it this way? Like some examples. Doctors say today, drink 8 glasses of water a day. I start asking, I'm doing that. I'm like, well, it doesn't seem to be doing anything for me. Like, I wonder why they say 8 glasses of water a day. Then you find there's really no science behind it. Somebody pulled that, a number out of their ass because they're like, well, that's a lot for the average human being. So the average human being may or may not drink, probably won't drink and consume more than that. So for myself, now I'm not saying that this is for everybody, but because I live in Arizona and I work out and I sweat a lot, during the day because I'm always active. Like I can't sit still to save my life. I find for me I need at least an ounce per pound of body weight, which is closer to 1.5 gallons to 2 gallons of water a day. So again, just always asking myself why. I do my due diligence on it, and I study it. So every aspect of your life, you guys, whether it's business, anything that is out there, again, be an open-minded, polite skeptic. I had this lady. I do these webinars every single week. I do webinars helping entrepreneurs out there and trying to grow their business. Excuse me. So I had a gal that commented on one of my ads. I get a lot of comments, a lot of good positive comments, and then you get a lot of haters that, they don't take the webinars. They've never been on there. They just go talk shit because they're freaking cowards, right? So you can always tell, like people when they go on there, if you ever seen anybody that's like talking shit on one of your ads that you're running on like Facebook, for example, you always know that they're just a little coward. Like they're I've never met any uber successful person that has the time or would ever go out there and bash somebody based on their ad or whatever it may be. These are people that have no idea what to go out there and do. So they want to justify it. They want to, call whatever it may be. And so, but anyway, excuse me. So anyway, I delete those, and then I see this one. I think it was yesterday. And this lady's like, okay, I signed up. However, I got to be honest, I'm skeptical. Because I think the title was like 3 steps to building a 7-figure per year business. And she's like, yeah, I signed up. I'll be there, but I'm really skeptical. And she had like a frowny face, whatever you call those, like emoticons or whatever the hell you call them. So I replied back on our message, right? I'm like, you should be. I'm like, don't be down on that. You should be skeptical. You absolutely should be skeptical. You should be an open-minded, very polite, but open-minded skeptic in this planet. I said, here, the best thing that you can do is come into this event. No judgments, just come in here with an open mind, analyze it, just non-objectively. I'm gonna listen to all this information. I'm gonna analyze it, and then I'm gonna see if this would work for me and my business in my area, and if this is something I want to attack. If not, okay, cool. If so, then awesome, go with it, right? So I just go into everything. I'll hear both sides of all stories from politics, religion, business, whatever it may be. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna listen to all sides. I'm gonna do my own due diligence. I'm gonna go into it again, being an open-minded, polite skeptic, and then I'm gonna make it the best decision of what I feel from the information I've gathered and with my life experiences, what I feel is my own internal truth. And I think that's something that's very, very powerful in this business. So then like one of my businesses, and most of you guys that are listening to this are real estate agents, so I'll talk about real estate. So people in this business always say, oh, listings are the name of the game, right? So then I found myself, well, why? Not sure if I agree with that. Why do they say that? Oh, well, I can list 80 listings or whatever, and I can only work with maybe 8 buyers at once. So listings are the name of the game. You got to list to last. I'm thinking, okay. So in theory, or in essence, in a way, that somewhat makes sense. But I didn't just follow it, right? Like I didn't just fall for that. I didn't just follow that. I analyzed. I studied all elements of it. Analyzed it, looked at it for my business, and I found for me, dude, that is not the truth for me and my business. That's not what's made my business successful. When I went and attacked all in on listings, because I tried it for a period of time, it was when by far I had the least profit margin in my business. So then what my personal conclusion is on this, or at least for me, and this is just speaking for myself, right? Not the industry, not you. You got to make up what your own truth is for your own business. But here's the way I look at it. In that industry, for example, in that business, closings are the name of the game. Sometimes I love listings. Sometimes I love buyers. It depends on what the market is and what's taking place. But then also I discovered, okay, if the real estate business is really about repeat and referral business, which is, B money, right? Repeat referral clients. Well, where am I getting my referrals from? So I understand that I can take more listings right now, but they're a hell of a lot more time so I can take on more, but they cost a hell of a lot more for me to obtain, and it takes longer to obtain them than buyers. Buyers are just now, I can get my car this week and boom, turn them, they're going, right? So I started analyzing all this, right? So then it was, okay, who do I get my most referrals and repeat business from? It was buyers, hands down. Like the seller side, the listing side, that is just straight up a business transaction. We go in there, list their house, they look at my marketing plan of action, they make a choice. It's just a business transaction. And it's because they're paying massive amounts of money. Let's call it what it is. If you're selling a $300,000 house, and between all the fees, between title, HOA, commissions, you're paying $20,000. That's a shit ton of money. That's an ungodly amount of money. Not saying it's not worth it. It's worth every penny, because a professional is going to get them on example 13% more than they could ever on their own, and make sure they're protected legally. So it's worth every penny, but it's a lot of money. So it comes down to just a business transaction. It's not really a friendship. There's not a massive connection there. Where on the buy side, seller's paying the commission, the buyer's not paying the commission. It's a casual environment. You spend a little bit more time with them. You get to know them. They become raving fans for life. So then I came to the conclusion, okay, if my long-term strategy is to get where the vast majority of my business is repeat referral business, where I have raving fans for life in my fan club, and then people just sending me money, so I'm not having to stroke massive checks every month trying to market deals and doing all of this. That's the end game goal, and the buyers then are the ones that are 90% of that repeat business, referral business, where sellers are only 10%. However, those buyers very quickly become sellers and buyers and have friends that are sellers, right? That's how you leverage this business for $0, right? So then I'm like, okay, that would then be. To me, at that point, I made the decision that will always be the foundation of my business. So like right now, I try to keep my business 55% buyers and 45% sellers around that element. So that became the foundation for me. Not saying that I didn't focus on listings to an extent, but to me, I knew that listings was not the name of the long-term game for this business, or at least for my business, right? So then people might sit there and say, well, you got to still focus on listings because you can only work with so many buyers. Okay, cool. So you as a real estate agent or the team leader, yeah, there came a time in my business where now my business focus wasn't listings, but my focus became listings. And what I mean by that is our marketing, how the activities that we did, how we prospected was still heavy buyers. But I started adding buyer agents, right? So I just personally focused on listings, but I had 6 buyers agents. All they did out there was work with buyers. Again, 60-70% of our business. I just focused my own personal time on the listings after several years in the business, because it became the most efficient way of using my own personal time, because I also had to lead the team, with several assistants and whatnot, and buyers agents. I had to lead the team. As well as do business at that point in my life. So it became the best use of my time, but not the best focus as a business for my overall team. So, and I still follow that today, dude, right? Still go hardcore with it. I mean, as of right now today, I spend absolutely $0 in seller marketing. Absolutely zero, right? So, where other real estate agents that I know that do less business than me or equal business spend $500,000 a year. right? Anyways, but there's also uber successful agents that go after listings hard too. So again, I'm not trying to tell you that one way is right or one way is wrong. All I'm saying is just because you read in a book or somebody says it's this way, do some due diligence on it. Like this stuff matters. This is your business. This is how you provide opportunities for your family, right? Do some due diligence. Go in there, be a polite, open-minded, very open-minded, no judgments. Okay, I'm going to listen to this side. I'm going to listen to this side based on my life experiences. I'm going to do all my research on it. What's the best way for me to attack this? And how do I want to operate my business and my life by? And then come up with your own game plan. So when you're leveling up in life, you guys, it's absolutely critical to be an open-minded skeptic. Like people tell me all the time, dude, if I listened to everybody that was the quote-unquote experts, I would not be where I am. People would sit there and say, oh, that doesn't work, or you can't do that. Well, why? What do you mean I can't do it? Well, and they would give me what I felt to be a shallow, not in-depth enough answer for me to accept. So then I would explore it. And then I'd figure out a way to solve that problem. Like, I love it when people tell me I can't do something, right? Because then I know that the masses are going to listen to them. So and as an entrepreneur, and as you become more successful, you realize your success is based on how great and how quickly you can solve problems. Like that, I mean, that essentially is it. So your speed to implementation, your speed to learning, and how quickly you solve problems. It's the best problem solvers that then take massive action and speed to implementation. With that win the game. So I love that, dude. I love when people say you can't do something. Dude, there's been very few times when I speak of business that people have told me I can't do something and I haven't figured out a way to do it, and then my business explodes because I've looked at a way that was, here's the box, here's what this industry or society, oh, you got to stay in this box, and then I decide to question what's in this box. So then now I'm over here. I don't have these 1.2 million other people that are in the United States that are in this box. I'm over here, and then boom, dude, I don't have that competition. I'm able to figure it out. My business just keeps exploding through that. So one of the very, very key ingredients to leveling up, creating massive success in every aspect of your life, right, is always just questioning stuff. Be that polite, open-minded skeptic. So anyway, guys, hope you found this helpful. Keep dominating, and thank you so much for listening. Greatly appreciate you guys listening, watching. Go tear it up, and we'll talk soon. Peace out.